Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be sharing with you the best in beauty of 2016 drugstore makeup products. I'm super excited. I know you guys are really excited for this video too, so let's just get into it. I do want to mention that it is raining outside. Yes, it's January in Wisconsin and it is raining outside, so I don't know what that's about, but if you can hear the rain, I apologize. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. It was snowing yesterday. It was snowing last night at like 5 o'clock at night, and now it's raining. That's Wisconsin for you. I have a ton of stuff to get into, and I don't even know where to start. Where should I start? I did already post my best in beauty of high-end makeup products for the year 2016, so if you have not seen that yet, I will link that in the description box below. Make sure you check that out. For drugstore products, I don't have as complete of a list, I guess. Like I don't have like a face primer, a concealer, some things I didn't want to pick out because I didn't want to compromise. Like I wanted to pick out the things that were my absolute favorite. And then there are some categories that I have way too many options for because there's just some really amazing products at the drugstore, as you guys know. So let's just get into this. So the first one I want to talk about is a foundation. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I'm pretty sure I discovered this before 2016, but I repurchased this in 2016 and re-fell in love with it. It's what I'm wearing on my skin today. I'm in the shade Buff. It looks like it's going to be too light at first, but it is a pretty good match for me. I did bronze up my face a little bit extra just because it's a teensy bit light and a teensy bit like neutral tone, whereas my skin has more yellow in it, but I still really love this foundation and it really is a flawless finish. This also has SPF 15 in it. It's in this nice glass bottle, like frosted glass bottle with a cute little cap and then a pump. All great things. This foundation is like $6, so it's such a good deal. And like I said, it's a really flawless, natural finish. I feel like this applies best with a brush. I have tried applying it with a beauty blender, and I just feel like a brush, because of how thick it is, I think a brush gets more of a full coverage where a beauty blender doesn't quite get the same amount of coverage. So that's just what I noticed, but either will work. I've applied this with just my fingers too, and that works as well. So I really do love this foundation. I definitely recommend it. Okay, I went in order in my high-end makeup products video, but I'm not going to go in order today because this box is just too disorganized and I'm just going to grab what I see. So the next thing that I see is a setting spray. This is by Wet n Wild. This is their Photo Focus setting spray. I think this is $5 at the drugstore. This is another one that I've really been enjoying. I feel like my favorite thing about this product is that it really makes your makeup last. It really sticks it on there, and I don't feel like it's too drying, and it does have alcohol in it as well. So if you're sensitive to that, or if your skin is super dry, you might want to avoid it, or you might want to take extra precautions when using it, but I do really like this product. Next, I want to talk about these Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palettes. These are little duos. You've heard me talk about these a lot on my channel if you've been following me for a while because I really do love these. They have two shades. They have Caramel Toffee, which is this one with the yellow setting powder and the warmer bronzer. This is my favorite. And then they have Dulce de Leche, which has more of a beige setting powder and cooler toned, more contouring powder. So all of these powders are matte in both of these palettes, and they're just so good. I love these products so much. Like especially this yellow under eye setting powder for the drugstore. I love it so much. It's so finely milled and just such a good quality that it could be high-end. And honestly, if this pan wasn't so huge, I would have hit pan on it already. That's the only reason I didn't, is because it's a huge pan, which is another huge plus. You don't have to worry about fitting your brush in there. And both the shades, even like a big powder brush, I was going in the yellow on my forehead a little bit today with this yellow and a big powder brush, and it still fit in there. I didn't have to worry about it, which is just such a nice thing, especially when these products are so close together, but there's so much product in there that you don't have to worry about it. So anyways, that's a huge plus. I love the amount of product. These are so affordable. I recommend these all the time. They're such a good quality. And despite the fact that they only have two options, I think they did a really good job picking colors. I think that these are 4 colors that I can see a lot of people using, and I use both of these all the time. I guess I reach for this one a little more just because of the yellow under eye setting powder, but I use this one for contouring a lot, and I use this color here for warming up the face. So really, I use both of these all the time, and I think they just did a really good job with these. So these are definitely a favorite. For bronzers, I have 2. The first one is the e.l.f. Pressed Mineral Bronzer. This is in the shade Beach Bronze, but all of the shades are good. This is a really great product. Definitely pick the shade that's right for you. But this is so pigmented and beautiful, and I don't know what it is. It's like the tone of this particular shade on my skin tone is perfect for contouring, and I normally wouldn't think to contour with this because it is a shimmery bronzer, but it works so well. I love it, and it's super soft and powdery. Not powdery in a bad way, but it's like super soft and creamy, and it's just the most beautiful finish. Like, it's shimmery, but it's not chunky, glittery, or anything like that. It's hardly even shimmery. It's more of like a sheen, you know what I mean? And it's just so natural and beautiful. I love this bronzer so much. I just pack it on a powder brush and put it on in the like hollows of my cheeks. I'm not wearing this one today. I'm wearing the Wet n Wild ones today. But I just do that, and then if I get too much, it's really easy to buff out. If you've seen some of my tutorials, you might even notice that. If you get too much, it's so easy to buff out because of the consistency of the powder. It just buffs out really nicely, but when you have it the way you want it, it stays on the skin. So I just really have been loving this bronzer so much. The next bronzer that I have been loving is the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer. This is in the shade Rock On World, and I know a lot of you have told me you love this bronzer too. It's so pretty. This is a little bit more shimmery than the e.l.f. one, and it's a lot warmer. It's more of a golden tone. I do not use this for contouring. I use this mostly in the summer or when I want to look extra glowy and extra warm and sun-kissed, and I have really been enjoying using this on my forehead, so like right up here, to create some dimension and also some extra shimmer for, like I said, if I just want to feel extra shimmery, because sometimes that's just how I want to feel. And there's that one. Really good high quality bronzer. Makeup Revolution is a brand that I have definitely fallen in love with in 2016. It's a really good brand, and I want to try more of it. For setting powder from the drugstore, you can probably guess it if you've seen like any of my tutorials. I have two favorite setting powders. One is high end and one is drugstore, and the drugstore one is the Milani pressed powder. I don't know what it is about this powder, but I absolutely love it. You can see that I've hit pan it. That was very exciting for me, and I just really love it. It is their Prep Set and Go transparent face powder. Like, looking at it, it looks like it would be chunky. It looks like it might be powdery or chalky and thick and leave a white cast, but it doesn't do any of those things. I am wearing it today. It is super finely milled, and it just looks so nice on the skin. When I first started using this, it really surprised me. Like, I just kind of expected it to have that thick white cast because it is stark white, you know? It's not like off-white at all. Like, it's a bright white shade, but it doesn't show up white at all on the skin, and I have darker skin, and I can say that, and it's just amazing. It like sets your makeup and fills in the cracks and just sort of gently mattifies things without making them look too dry, and it doesn't create that cakey, powdery look. So I absolutely love this. When I run out of this, I'm gonna purchase another one. Really love this guy. Okay, for blush, I have a lot of choices because I just had trouble narrowing it down. The first products I want to talk about are the e.l.f. blush palettes. These are true gems. I feel like with both of these in your collection, you hardly need any other blushes. They're just so good, and they're such good quality. e.l.f. makes such good quality products, and these blushes are no exception. So they have two shades on these palettes. They have dark and light, and I use both of them. I love both of them. I feel like, honestly, probably most skin tones could use both of them. I mean, maybe like this one shade would be a little dark, but these palettes are so affordable that it's just so worth it. These little squares pop out too, so if you have some from each palette and you want to combine them, you can do that, or you can combine them with other e.l.f. face palettes. Really cool packaging, and a really nice big mirror too, which is always good. I love traveling with these too because they're fairly compact, and also if there's a chance that I'm going to be doing someone else's makeup, I like to bring these too because of the variety of colors, you know, and if I just don't know what I'm going to want to wear, it's nice to have a variety. So these are super fantastic. I highly recommend these. Next for blush, I'm still madly in love with the Milani powder blushes. This is in the shade American Beauty Rose. This is a beautiful shade. It's a little bit like pinky, a little bit nude. It's a really interesting shade, and I really enjoy this. But all of the shades in these blushes are nice, and it's just the quality of the blushes are nice. Packaging is so beautiful, and that's just a plus. And then the size is huge. I mean, these are huge blushes, and I've used this quite a lot, and there's not even that much wear on it. So that's a super good thing. And yeah, I just really love these blushes in general, and I definitely wanted to mention these. I also wanted to talk about the Milani baked blushes. These have a different texture than the powder blushes. The powder blushes are more powdery, I guess. I don't know. they're just a little bit different. This one has an even more natural finish to it, but it also has a little bit of sheen to it, which kind of makes your skin look like it's glowing, which I really, really like. And yeah, it's just super beautiful shade. And this, I know it looks really bright, but you can see once you swatch it, especially on my skin tone, it just looks pretty natural and beautiful, and I really love this one. But again, all of the Milani baked blushes are fantastic. One more blush. This is the Wet n Wild Coloricon blush in Rosé Champagne. They reformulated their blushes in 2016 and came out with a couple new shades and a couple old shades. This one is so beautiful. I love this one. I'm wearing this today along with the American Beauty Rose powder blush. I kind of combined the two, and I love this one because there's so many reasons why I love this. So first of all, I feel like it's a really nice nude natural shade. It has shimmer in it, so it's a really good one-step like cheek product if you don't want to wear highlighter. And I really like this for a blush topper if you have too much blush on, or if the blush color you chose was a little bit too bright. I really love this for kind of neutralizing a really bright blush, which is kind of what I did today. I felt like the American Beauty Rose was a little bit too much. I just wanted a more of a neutral look, so I added this on top, and plus the shimmer and the shade, I think it turned out really well. So I really love this one. I always have this on hand, always travel with it. It's really fantastic. And again, all of the Wet n Wild Coloricon blushes are fantastic, but this one's my favorite. For highlighters, that was probably the hardest thing for me. I think I'm gonna do a best of drugstore highlighter video, or like my drugstore highlighter collection video very soon, because there are so many that I want to talk about. But I picked out 3 for this video that I think are my favorite. It's just hard. I don't know, it's just hard. It's a struggle, you guys. The struggle is real. Okay, so the first one is another e.l.f. face palette. This is the Illuminating Palette. A lot of people talk about this because it's really, really great. There are 4 shades in here, 4 really nice variety of shades, really versatile shades. Again, the really big mirror too, and the quality of these is so nice. Like, they're really pigmented, but they're not really shimmery, so you can do a lot with them because of that. So you can just simply highlight your cheeks. You can use these to add a sort of a glow to all over your face if you want to experiment with highlighting like your nose or your forehead or your chin. You know, this is a really good palette to experiment with because these aren't too intense. This is another one that I travel with a lot. I just really like this one for every day. I think this is a really great palette. The next highlighter I want to talk about is by Makeup Revolution. This is their Vivid Baked Highlighter, and this is in the shade Golden Lights. It's a good name because at first glance it looks really white, but it actually has this really, really pretty golden sheen to it. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And just swatch that. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's almost like duochrome. It's almost like it's white with a golden duochrome to it. It's so beautiful. I have 2 of these, but this one's definitely my favorite, and I just love that it has that golden yellowy undertone sort of duochrome to it because it makes it look really good on my skin, and I think it would look good on other skin tones as well, like lighter skin tones and darker skin tones as well. I think this is just a really, really good highlighter, and it's just so pretty. I love it. The last highlighter is an oldie that probably most of you already know and love, but this is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana bronzer. I can't even read what it says. Yeah, they call it a bronzer, and it's in the shade Reserve Your Cabana, but pretty much everyone uses it as a highlighter. It has SPF 15 in it, which is interesting, and it's just amazing. It's kind of like the e.l.f. Illuminating Palette. I would say the textures are very similar. This one, I feel like I'm really close to hitting pan on this too, which is going to be a really exciting day. This one has the same texture in the sense that it is really thick and pigmented, but it's not super shimmery. It's not like crazy intense shimmer. I think this is another one that would be really good for beginners or people who want that glow to the face without looking like you're sparkling. I even know of some YouTubers that use this as a setting powder. That's how like not super shimmery it is. Like, it's really nice highlighter and really makes you glow, but it's not overpoweringly shimmery. Even though I've been loving this since way before 2016, I use it all the time and I really love it, so I had to mention it. I have 2 brow products. One you can probably guess because it's all I use in my tutorials. This is the BH Cosmetics Flawless Brow Trio Brow Defining Kit. This is what it looks like. It's got 3 shades in here. This one is the one that I use, obviously. It's like a wax formula, and then these 2 are powders, and I don't use these very much, but every once in a while I'll experiment with them if I'm trying to get creative, you know, but this is the one that I use the most. I love this palette. It came with, I don't know what it came with here, a brush, I guess. I don't really use it, obvious. And it has a mirror here, which I do use all the time. And yeah, I just really love this. I love it for travel. I love it for every single day. This color is perfect. Let's see, the shade, it says it's in the shade medium, although it seems kind of dark for medium, but anyways, perfect. I love this product. I'm definitely going to repurchase this when I run out. I just use it all the time, and I've tried other ones like the e.l.f. brow pomade or whatever it's called, and that was nice, but it dried out on me so quickly, and I've had this for at least the entire year of 2016, if not before then, and it hasn't dried out on me yet, so that's a huge plus. So I really love this. So the next brow product I want to talk about is a brow mascara. This is by Wet n Wild. It is their ultimate brow mascara. I have this shade Nothing But Brunette. I love this product. This is what I was wearing in my Best of High-End Beauty too, and I just love this for like an everyday, simple, natural brow look. And I also love it because the color is just really nice. It's like this nice neutral brown, but on my brows, it kind of lightens them a little bit, which might sound weird, but I like it because I feel like it gives that kind of like feathery brow look, if you know what I mean. So I really like that it lightens my brows just a teensy little bit, and I feel like it also kind of fills in the sparse areas and neutralizes the really dark areas, because my brows are like pretty much black. My hair is like really, really dark brown with a little bit of red in it in the sunlight, but my brows are pretty much black. So it's nice to have something that kind of lightens them up a little bit, neutralizes them a little bit. So anyways, I love this product so much. It's really good like one-step product too. If you don't feel like doing anything else for your brows, this is a really good one-step product. I just really like this stuff. So this has definitely been a favorite in 2016. My favorite eyeshadow primer is hands down the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. This stuff is $1 at the drugstore, Target, Walgreens, places, any place that sells e.l.f. And it's just fantastic. It's one of those ones that I will stop using for a while because I'm always trying new things, and then I'll come back to, and I just am reminded how much I love it. You know what I mean? It's just such a good product, and for $1, like this could be $10 and I would still love it though, seriously. Like, so it's like a skin tone primer, and it blends in nicely. It's just like the perfect consistency too. It's not super drying, it's not super thick, but it's also not so liquidy that when you rub it in, it completely disappears on your eyelid. You know what I mean? It stays there. It has a nice neutralizing base, so it gets rid of any veining or discoloration on your eyes, and it just creates a beautiful base. I love it. And then it helps the eyeshadow stand out and last all day, and I just love it. I love it. I love it. Now on to eyeshadow. I have a ton of eyeshadows to talk about, so let's just do it. Let's just get right into it. First of all, I want to talk about some neutral matte eyeshadow palettes. The first one, my #1 favorite all time, always reach for it. This is the Sonia Kashuk. What is this called? Eye on Neutral Matte Palette. So she does have one that is all shimmery, and this one is the all matte version. This is my favorite. I don't actually have the other one, so I can't even talk about that, but I love this one. I reach for it all the time. And I mean, just look at the shades. It's perfect. It has your black, a gray, which is kind of rare, I feel like, in matte eyeshadow palettes. A lot of times you don't get a gray, like a really good gray. And then these lighter shades here, like this one, it's not quite white, but it is super light, perfect brow bone highlight. And the other thing that I love about this palette is this color right here, this kind of camel shade. I love it. It's probably, yeah, this is my most used shade in this palette. It's so perfect. So this is such a good palette. If you haven't got this yet, highly recommend it. I believe it's like $20, so if this is a little bit too expensive for you, I do have a cheaper option that I also really love, and that is the e.l.f. Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette. And this is another one that is all matte and has such a great selection of shades. Again, this has the black and the gray. It has some really nice kind of warmer shades and cooler shades, shades that complement each other really well, and then your nice lighter ones here too. It doesn't have that camel shade that I love so much, so that's why this one wasn't like my #1 favorite, but I really do enjoy this one too. The quality of the shadows is very, very nice as well, and I just love it, and it's so nice and compact too, so another favorite for sure. Next, I have a few singles. I don't think that I talk about these enough on my channel because I need to, but these are such a favorite. These are the Wet n Wild eyeshadow singles, and they're just matte powder singles. That's what they're called, right? I don't know. I think that's what they're called. And I have 3 shades that I picked out as my favorite. I have the shade Panther, which is a matte black, the shade Sugar, which is a matte white, and then the shade Creme Brulee, which is sort of your beige, lighter shade. These are all perfect. Creme Brulee I was using for a while to set my under eyes before I really got into using a yellower powder. creme brulee is a really good like setting powder, or you know, all of these are really versatile, and these are at the most $1 at the drugstore. I see these on sale for like 69 cents or less sometimes. Such a good deal, and they're so nice and compact to just keep in your travel bag or just keep in your collection. I mean, they're so nice. The Panther one is what I used today as eyeliner, so it's super. Here, I'll swatch it for you. I mean, look at how intense that is in this little baby. It's so intense, so pigmented. So again, this is what I use to line my eyes today when I'm still experimenting with fake lashes. As you guys know, that's one of my New Year's resolutions. I like to use a powder when I'm lining my eyes with lashes on because I just feel like it is a little bit more natural and a little bit more goof proof. So I've really been loving to do it with this one. The next eyeshadow palette I want to talk about is from BH Cosmetics. This is the Carli Bybel eyeshadow palette. This is also a highlighter palette. So they have 4 shades down here that are considered highlighters. I am wearing this one today as my highlighter. And wowee, I forgot how intense these are. I don't use the highlighters as much as I use the eyeshadows, or I use the highlighters as eyeshadows, but the highlighters are really, really nice. They're just really intense. But the eyeshadows are so beautiful, and the colors she picked are so good, and this is just such a good everyday eyeshadow palette to have on hand. It's beautiful. I love the matte shades. I love that these, especially this one, I feel like is really unique, but these are just so nice and pigmented, and then you have your nice like neutral base shade there, and just really fantastic colors, really fantastic shades, super fun and versatile, and this is what I'm wearing all over my eyes today, so this is the one I chose to use today. Another one by BH Cosmetics and another YouTuber collaboration. This is the Shaaanxo palette. So this is a eyeshadow palette and lipstick palette. So here are the eyeshadows, and it has a mirror up there. And any of these products I'm mentioning that I have reviews on, by the way, because I know I have a review on this one, I will link those reviews in the description box if you want to see those. But I know I have a review and swatch video of this one. So anyways, again, I love the shadows that she picked in here. They're just such good quality. This is like a really good palette, a really good everyday, like everything you could need palette, because you could get some really nice, like going out fancy looks with this, but you can also get a ton of really beautiful everyday looks, everyday slightly glamorous, everyday neutral, however you want to go. Such a good palette. I really love it. I love these warm shades. I just really, really love it. And again, the quality of the shadows is fantastic. Then the lipsticks on this palette are not so much a favorite, but I do feel like it's a really nice bonus considering the price is super affordable. To have 9 lipsticks to play with too is a huge plus. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with these. I think that they are nice products. It's just not something that I get super excited about like a lipstick palette, but I really do enjoy these. And I like the color selection too. So you have like your bright red, bright pink, and more neutral shades, and then your darker shades. So again, you can really get an everyday look, going out look, any kind of thing you want with this. So I really do love this palette. Okay, 2 more eyeshadow palettes. These are both by Morphe. This is the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette, and I love, love, love this palette. And I do believe that this is back in stock. I really hope it is. That's the only reason I'm mentioning it, because I saw that it was for sale again, so I hope it's still in stock. But it's got an amazing variety of colors in it, and again, Kathleen Lights did a really great job picking them out. I guess I'm picking a lot of YouTuber collaborations. I don't know why, but I just really love them, I guess. They know what they're doing, you know? But these colors are so fun. Like this green one, so fun. This like, I don't know, what is that? Like baby puke color. These are so pretty. Look at that. How fun is that? You're just like itching. Like I just want to create a look with this right now, just because, even though my makeup's already done. It's so much fun. So that's definitely a huge favorite for the year of 2016. And then the last one I want to quickly shout out is the Morphe 350 palette. I know everybody loves this. It was sold out for a while. When it came back in stock, that's when I bought it. And this is what it looks like. It is so beautiful, and it is so versatile. It is so affordable, and it is such good quality. So if you haven't got this already and you think that you would use these colors, if you think that, you know, if you use makeup every day and you like to kind of branch out and experiment with different things, this is such a good palette. I feel like if I had a beginner come to me and ask me for like one palette that they should buy, I would recommend this one or one of the Morphe 35 palettes, because they have such a good variety. There are matte shades in here and shimmery shades in here. The quality is just off the charts. It's just amazing. I don't know what it is, but they're really, really good. And it's so affordable. So I just love these. I did a full face with this palette, like foundation, everything, like lipstick, like I did everything on my face with just this palette. I'll link that below if you want to see it. That was really fun. So this is a very versatile palette, but again, it's just such a fantastic palette and I really love it. Highly recommend it. Okay, now for lip products. Let's start with lip liners. I have two lip liners I want to talk about, and really these shades are just the shades that I grabbed, but these products in general are my favorite, kind of like the blushes. The first one is the Jordana Easyliner. I have the shade Cabernet here, but I like all of them. I love these especially because they twist up and twist down. For a drugstore lip liner, that's such a huge plus for me. I always hate taking a risk on a new lip liner if it's a sharpening one, because I never know if it's going to be the same quality once you sharpen it or not. So I really appreciate the twist up. And I'll swatch this for you. Just really creamy, really good quality. Look at that, it's such a pretty shade too. But the Jordana lip liners are fantastic. And then the next one I have is by Milani. This is a color statement lip liner, and this one actually is a sharpening one. And I have a few of these. This shade is Bordeaux, but I have a couple of other shades in these, and all of them have sharpened for me really, really well. So that's a huge, huge plus. Like I said, I hate it when I buy a lip liner, especially a high-end lip liner, and when they sharpen, like you can't use it anymore. I don't know why that happens. I just hate that. So let me swatch this. So pretty and pigmented. Again, just a really fantastic quality lip liner. So these two are my favorites, and honestly, these are probably like the only lip liners that I use. I don't even use high-end lip liners. I'm trying to think if I even own any high-end lip liners. I own a few high-end eyeliners, but I don't think I own any lip liners because these are just all I need, really, from the drugstore. They're fantastic. So for Colourpop, I had trouble picking out like my favorite products because it really depends on what mood I'm in as far as colors. But formulas, I can tell you, for matte formulas, I love their Lippie stick matte formula. This is in the shade Taurus. It's really creamy and soft, but it has a nice matte finish. I feel like their ultra matte liquid lipsticks are a little bit too matte. I still like those and wear them, but they're not like an absolute favorite. But this one I really enjoy, and I would love to get more of these. Look at that pretty brown color. So this color has definitely been a favorite in 2016 as well. And then the other formula that I love is the Colourpop Ultra Satin liquid lipsticks. This one is in the shade Dopey. And I like this one because it's kind of like the Lippie stick in that it has a matte finish. But, oh, I just swatched right over eyeshadow, didn't I? Oops. So it has a matte finish, mostly matte, but it's not transfer proof and it's very comfortable. It's not super drying. It's not super, like, it doesn't like suck in on your lips and make them look extra crusty and dry and shriveled, you know? It's very pretty and natural and flattering. So I really love the Ultra Satin liquid lipsticks from Colourpop. Another lip formula that I fell in love with in 2016 is the NYX Liquid Suede liquid lipsticks. The two shades that I picked out, well, I'm just going to swatch one. I have Soft Spoken. I will swatch for you. And this has a like nice flexible wand, if you can see that. And it's just really pretty. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. These are really nice thin formula too, so kind of like the Colourpop ones, they don't feel super heavy or thick or cakey or drying. They have a nice suede finish. I'm really particular to the suede finish as opposed to like a super ultra matte liquid lipstick, you know? That's just, I feel like that just works better for me. And if I have the ultra matte ones, I end up adding a lip balm to them to make them more suede of a finish. That being said, there is one super mattifying, super long lasting, not transferring lip product that I love from the drugstore this year. You can probably guess what it is, maybe. Can you? It's the Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Liquid Lipsticks, liquid lip colors. And these are what I have back here. I had to pull two of these out. These are fantastic. I have a whole swatch video on them too. The colors are really fun. They have a few nice neutrals, but then some really fun bright ones. The formulation is very thin but opaque, except for on the darker ones can be a little bit patchy, but the lighter ones are fantastic. And I was wearing, I think it was this one, Sugared Plum, and somebody asked me if I was wearing a MAC lipstick because, I don't know, it was just this bright purple color, and they asked if it was MAC, and I was like, nope, it's Jordana, it's like $4 at the drugstore. But I love it when that happens because I love helping other people find, you know, affordable products. But I just thought it was really cool. They just look fantastic. So really love these. Also for lip gloss from the drugstore, these are the e.l.f., what are they called? Extra liquid, no, e.l.f. Extra Lip Gloss. I have the shades Michael and Scott, but I want to swatch one for you just so that you can see. I've talked about these before. I've talked about all this stuff before, but it's just surprising. You know, you think lip gloss and you think e.l.f. and you think kind of sheer and sticky and super glittery. That's what I think, but this is totally different. Look at that. That's like a liquid lipstick quality right there. That's so good. And yeah, it's just love, but it obviously stays glossy. It's not going to dry to a matte finish, but it's so pretty. I love these so much, and I think these are $1, so highly recommend these. And then the last product is the Wet n Wild Color Icon lipsticks. Are these called, or Mega Last lipsticks? I'm not sure exactly what their title is. I think they're Mega Last lipstick. These are like $2 at the drugstore at the most. Again, Wet n Wild's always on sale. So I have all of these, I think, pretty much all of these shades, and I just love them. I wear them all the time. I recommend them to people all the time because they're such a good quality. They're super opaque and thick, and they last all day. And not thick in a bad way, but like, there. Did you see that swatch? So pretty. Here, let me do that again. There. So pretty. This is the shade In the Flesh. They have such a good shade selection, such a good quality product. I am obsessed with those. They have like this nice matte finish. They can be a little bit drying, but I always put lip balm underneath products like that, and I have absolutely no problem with them then. And again, they will last all day, so they're super fantastic. Okay guys, my mouth is dry. I need to go get some water. I am like worn out. That was a super long video, but thank you so much for watching it. I really appreciate it. But I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. That helps other people find me in the YouTube world. And make sure you're subscribed. Now that I've posted my best in beauty videos, I'm going to be posting a disappointing products or worst in beauty of 2016 very soon. I'm working on that. I haven't done anything like that on my YouTube channel yet, so I'm kind of nervous, kind of excited about that. But make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. And thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you again very soon.